Morning and welcome to Cold Bear Sports. Right, excuse the hack of me. We got no makeup team or hair salon here yet at Cold Bear Sports, but if we keep finding plenty of winners, it won't be long until they're in. No, look, I thought it was more important to get the horses out before I jumped in the shower. So we're looking at before I go into today's selections, I want to just touch on yesterday. We had two selections, both finished second. Just both ran well, just not good enough on the day. Brentford Hope, a little disappointing. A lot of people might look at that and think he ran well and say, oh, he can step up from there. But he's so much class. You're thinking it's disappointing he couldn't get it done on a flat track like Ludlow. I know it rained a lot, but he had form on soft. I think he ran well. He'll probably never now be a real top hurdler anyway. He'll win a couple of races for sure. Connections can have fun with him. But I just think yesterday, you'd have liking to see him winning on a track like Ludlow, because most of the tracks he's going to face from there are going to be way stiffer. Now, the winner could be a good horse, and he did pull a long way clear of the third, but, he's a 100 flat horse, and, I thought maybe, unless the winner is top class, maybe he should have been winning. Then we had Born at Midnight. We're just very unlucky there, lads. Venetia Williams gets really rolling in the last few kind of week. Her selections are bouncing back. She got rain on the day to help her horse. It went against our horse. He'll be back again to win the next day, I'd say, as long as he gets a bit of decent ground. But it could be a wet winter, so maybe want to keep an eye on back in the spring. I wouldn't be running him through the winter, Born at Midnight. Hopefully we'll pick him up again. So two solid runs, 2 seconds. Right, I have two strong bets gone out on the Patreon service. I have a max bet gone out, and I have a 4 points win bet, and I've also doubled the two of them up. Now, I just hope we get luck and running today. I really like these two horses. Regardless of individual result today, they are very profitable bet long term. So I just hope we get the individual result and the value. I think one horse, he's at the head of the market, but I genuinely think he's thrown in the handicap. He's a max bet. The other horse ran really well first time back, only to blow up. He's going to improve a mountain. And like I said, I'll be disappointed if we don't get a real good day today on the service. Right, links below if you want that. But anyway, we crush. Individual days don't define us, but we have two real live horses running for us today. Right, today, so in Limerick, a very interesting horse. He's after being smashed again. Every time he gets entered, this 4-year-old gets smashed off the boards. Lacamont of Saints, right? The 215, he's smashed down to 2-1. Definitely an interesting runner. Had 3 runs in handicap hurdles. Was entered 2 or 3 times since. Didn't run. Now, if you ask me, I think he's not the strongest stayer in the world. But I do think he will win well handicapped. He could bolt in someday, go up the weights, and then he'll struggle, because I don't think he's going to be the strongest stayer in the world. But I think off these kind of marks, it's definitely interesting. Don't go mad. First run back. There's a jockey change here now as well that'll worry you. There's normally Danny Mullins up on him or someone, so there's another jockey change here. So just be aware, Ted. But let's just see what happens. Look, if he's ready to go off 95, he ran really nice a couple of times, but he's not the strongest there, and that will catch up with him when he goes up the weights. Also, we have in the 315 at Limerick. I just think there is a favourite in here who's kind of unexposed, but I just think Problem Solver is only 6, I think, and first time stepping up to the trip, he got it done. He beat a fair horse that's Frank de Form since a Dublin job. Has been second again in Galway or somewhere, ran well since. I think Problem Solver, soft ground, 3 mile Limerick, will suit him really well. So although he's up, I think, £5 or £6 for his win, to pull 9 lengths clear of the third horse that day in Tipperary. So I do think Problem Solver will run a solid race today with everything in his favour. So we'll stick with him. A point win 4-1. Then the 12.55 in Sedgefield. Patrick Neville as a runner here. Fiston Demon. We tipped him up as a very strong bet the last day, as a 5 points win bet on the Patreon service. However, today I'm a little bit, as a betting standpoint, I'm a little bit in and out on him. The handicapper gave him £9. And I thought it was a bit harsh, because it would have been a bit closer had the second horse not made a mistake at the second last. So I thought maybe it exaggerated the winning distance by a couple of lengths, let's say. So maybe I thought £6 would have been fair. But, you know, handicappers hit him. He hasn't missed them. There's a few in this race that are dark horses. Definitely interesting. Look, he's a 7-year-old going the right way. He stays well. He's in good form. But I don't know about a betting prospect today. I hope he wins it for connections. But yeah, I'm going to leave him off today. I will just mention there's one big outsider in that race at 20-1. Dr. Scirocco. He promised to be a little bit better once or twice, but then he's disappointed. But they've gone over fences now. Does he want this kind of a staying test? I don't think so. But look, there was once or twice he ran better than his result. He's a 20-1 shot. Just watch him. I'm just telling you, keep an eye on him. If you want to stick a few bob each way in him, do. I do think Paddy's horse, Fist in the Mole, is definitely on the right path. But I thought he was hit hard enough with the £9 rise. And if he can get it done for connections today, I'll be more than happy. And then another horse to watch in Sutton, the 235, Pumpkin Pride. So a 16-1 shot. He's better than that, what he's managed to show so far. Can he show it today? I don't know. He disappointed in Newton Abbott when he lost his marbles. He pulled a bit hard. But Pumpkin Pride at 16-1, he's a better horse than this kind of mark, than this kind of price. And Dr. Scirocco on the 12.55 of Sedgwick, like I said, he's been very disappointing. But to change the fences, if it did click, he's got a very light weight with a jockey claim and maybe a place bet or something like that. I don't know. Anyway, best of luck to Patrick Neville and all the team, fresh off their big successes in Cheltenham last week. So yeah, looking forward to it. Right, lads, bet safe, bet fun, enjoy. If you want to, Patreon bets, link below.